All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostle and elders in New York, GMS, and salutation to y'all around the world that's teaching truth, put your lives on the line forward, and shalom to you serious sisters that's looking at our videos. My name is Maya Ka'ala, Bon Gad with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speckled birds that scattered abroad. All right, blacks is color, not a nationality. Okay, now our skin is dark. All right, dark brown, go to very light brown. All right, so black was given to us by our oppressors. All right, so over the years we're so used to using it. All right, so people so used to using vocabulary. So when you say black, it's not actually somebody black like tar. It's talking about a very dark skinned person that's about to get in this article. All right, but we're not fitting any black identity extreme groups. We're not fitting any Islamic groups. We're not fitting any other Israelite groups. All right. And so, we're going to bring this right here. This is an old New York Times article from 1991. And, yeah, man, this is, I believe that the internet was around, but it wasn't developed like it is today. Like it is today, man. All right. But, our Google was the world, encyclopedia or the one by the British. All right, that's what's out there in those encyclopedias, man. All right, but now also the newspapers, man, like this one right here, because Jake, from what I seen, Jake, when they read the newspaper back then, like here in Chicago, we had like Chicago sometimes, we had like Chicago Tribune. I think what's the other one? The Daily Herald. Daily Herald's the one, like you probably see the Daily Herald like in the southwestern suburbs, like Evergreen or Oak Lawn and etc. Man. All right, but Jake they always look for two things. Jake be looking for the sports section and the lottery numbers, the horoscope, or basically to rent an apartment. That's it. All right. So those are the main thing. People they majority they wouldn't read like the informative stuff. Oh yeah, on Sundays the sales paper. So those are the only thing that people was really give a damn about. All right. But right here from New York Times, it says right here, it says Hannibal Carthage was no more black than King David. All right. So let's see right here, this article. It says right here, this is a digitized version of the article from Times Print archive before the start of online publication in 1996 to reserve the article's original period, blah, blah. All right, it says Russell Baker and Scipio to Hannibal column, June 25th, a satirical discourse on history instructs a dear relative about Hannibal and the nutty Chinese Gordon. All right. He gets most of his facts more or less correct until the final paragraph. All right. It said for 30 years, American blacks had claimed Hannibal as their own, which he was. He was our people, man. Our ancestors. It says right here, it says, when this was done in ancient history classroom at University of Pennsylvania, Professor William C. McDermott responded, yes, Hannibal was as black as King David. All right. So this is coming from a Edomite professor, man, from the University of Pennsylvania. So we all know that black is basically just saying he was a dark brown person, man. All right, because nobody black like this font right here when I'm reading in this article, man. All right, because see, people for years, when you look up, which I put King David. All right, it said Job 9:24, who cut the faces of the judges. All right. It was Esau, the so-called white man. All right, so when you pull up King David, you get this. All right, see this? All right. Now we know, according to history, King David didn't look like this, and that's the problem, man. All right, we click on him, just see the. All right, so King David didn't look like no so-called man. He didn't look like no Edomite historically, man. We all know that. All right, so this is what King David really looked like right here, the fresco of King David. All right, and see, this is one of the reasons why Esau wants to destroy. He wanted to cut the internet out, man. All right, because it's basically exposing him for the lies that he told. And one of the lies he told was this: that the Israelites look like these people right here, which is historically incorrect, man. You know, so you go right here, you go, because Solomon is what? King David's son. This is a song of Solomon. This is basically an allegory that Solomon made, but he's basically talking about himself. It says right here, the Song of Songs, which is Solomon. Solomon wrote this, all right? It said, let him kiss me with the kiss of my mouth, for thy love is better than wine. All right, I'm going to go down here. It says right here, it says what? Psalms 1:5 says, I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. All right. Look not upon me because I am black. All right. So we basically talking about he's dark skinned. Shakar war. All right. Shakar war, properly dusky, absolutely jetty black. So we know he's talking about Zach Batman. He was dark skinned, like very dark brown. All right. Black use of hair, blackish color of the face right here, blackish. All right. And he was not exactly black like these fonts, but he has a very dark brown color, sort of like um sort of range like Wesley Snipes. All right, like a little chocolate color. All right. All right. So this is the ancestor of who? Yahushua. All right, and you go right here. It says what? It says 1 John chapter 4 verse 3. It said, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are going out into the world." It's fast. You get all the false prophets, man. All right, out here. It said, "Hereby ye know that the Spirit of Most High, every spirit that confess that Yahushua Mashiach is come in the flesh is of the Most High." All right. And every spirit that confesses not that Yahushua Mashiach is come in the flesh is not of the Most High. And that this is that spirit of Antichrist. Wherefore you have heard that it shall come, and even now already it is in the world, right? Because y'all got the Christian, he didn't have no color, he didn't, he didn't have this anything. So, okay, they've been brainwashed by plantation Christianity, and also plantation Christianity 1.0, which is Islam. All right, that Yahushua, he didn't have no skin color. It didn't matter what skin, he had no skin color. Well, he was born in an earthly body, so you have to have some type of hue. All right, and there's many scriptures showing that they as well that he was a dark brown skinned man. All right, the Israelites was a dark brown skinned people. All right, brown people. All right, they come in various shades of brown. All right, from the darkest brown to the very light, man. All 12 tribes like that, man. All right, Judah, Issachar. All right, you go down to Mexico, man. You got so-called Mexicans, man. They just dark as Wesley Snipes. You got some that's light, man. All right. Same thing with the tribe of Judah, man. You got very dark. You got people darker than me. My skin is milk chocolate. All right. Then you got people that's extremely light, man. All right. Same thing with all 12 tribes, man. All right. All right. So those, So right here, we can go there, back to the article. All right. It says, let me get right here. So he says, so right here it says what? When this was done in ancient history class from the University of Pennsylvania, Professor William C. McDermott responded, yes, Hannibal was black as King David. The great Carthaginian was born in a city found of Phoenicians from Tyre, led by Dido Elisa, sister King Pyglamon, and the great niece of Jezebel, the wife of Ahab, the king of Israel. In short, the Carthaginians were Phoenicians, that is Northwest Semites, all right, but these were actually Hamites, all right. So sometimes Esau, he like to label like certain groups of Hamites as Semitic because they speak the Hebrew language, Lashon Kodash, all right. So these were Semitic, all right. It said Parby Canaanites and the same stock, almost the same language as the Hebrews. All right, like they spoke Lashon. It's indeed the first century Roman author Celestial Italia places Hannibal in a temple at Gades, modern Kadesh, praying to a god who had no idols or physical representations, was sadly thought marvelous and uncountable. All right, so brothers, Hannibal, he was an Israelite, man. All right, because you have to remember, you had Israelites. They was dealing with the Canaanites over there in Phoenicia, over there, Tunisia, in that area, man. All right, because you got the you read the book from Babylon Timbuktu. You got the tribe of Asher, tribe of Zebulon buried in that area, Tunisia, in that area. Where the Phoenicians at, Canaan, also Canaan, Canaan, and all that. All right, you have Israelites living among the Canaanites. All right. It says Carthage, traditionally founded before Rome in 814 BC, was every bit as Semitic demographic as Jerusalem when Hannibal, the son of Hamilcar Barca, born probably 247 BC, derived from the ancestry from the Phoenician aristocracy. Damn, that's like that pronounce this word in a while. Aristocracy. Salah. Aristocracy. All right. All right. So there you go, man. All right. So you got a professor that said that Hannibal was a dark-skinned man, as King David. The same thing he's saying Hannibal. He's saying King David were so-called black men. All right, dark brown people. All right, nobody exactly black, man. All right. And most brothers said that Hannibal, he could have been from the tribe of Levi. Well, I say it was just possible. All right, it was just possible. He definitely was an Israelite. All right, because Israelites, they don't worship Baal, man. Really don't worship. You had Jakes that in the past went off and worship Baal. All right, but Israel is known to worship who? Yahweh. All right, no idols or anything there. So because the main supreme power of the Israelites is who? Yahweh. All right, and the power of the Canaanites is what? Baal. All right, because you look at the Israelites, their names always had it'll have Yah, which is short for Yahweh, or it'll have Allah. All right, well, people in the watered down version is L-E-L, but it's actually Allah, mean power. All right, and they're having their names like my name is Maya Ka Allah, who is like power. All right, all right. But brother in the verse is in the opposite of that is what Maya Kaya, all right, who is like who? Yahweh. All right. All right, but yes, it says right, yeah. So there's more proof, man, that the Israelites wasn't pale people, man. As the Gadites, so-called Native Americans like to say, a pale face, man. So hey, Shalom.